Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Both of our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, those joining us through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts, we're glad you all could be with us as well. You know, as someone who has a 14-year-old nephew, I know that the summertime can be an interesting time when it comes to keeping teenagers engaged, but also making sure that they are entertained along the way. Our next guest is going to share with you guys some great tips that she's been able to learn herself that now she's passing on to others. We're excited to welcome Leticia Barr to our program. You guys know her as the founder of the popular site Tech Savvy Mama. We'll talk to Leticia not only about some ideas for keeping kids engaged when they're on social media, but also learning throughout the summer as well. Leticia, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Hi, thanks so much for having me today.
Look, I noticed when I was prepping for this segment from the site that this is a topic that you definitely know well, Leticia, so I'm going to turn it over to you to ask you, what are your plans as we're looking at the summer to be able to keep teens engaged?
Well, that's a great question. I am a mom of two high schoolers, so I know you said you have a 14-year-old nephew. I have an almost 15-year-old son and a 17-year-old daughter. So I'm a mom of two high schoolers. I'm a middle school computer science teacher, and my advice is to not freak out about technology use, because even though it might seem like a good time to do a reset after virtual and hybrid school, there are really good reasons to allow teens some screen time this summer.
Yeah, especially after the year that we've had, Leticia. I know that, keeping them from anything probably would be a challenge for sure. So, parents, I'm very, very fortunate that my nephew's parents, my brother and his mother, are both engaged in social media. But how can parents get involved in this, Leticia, in using technology and social media to their advantage when it comes to this summer?
Well, first of all, I think having involved parents is really key, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a while. But, there's an interesting common sense media study that just came out last week or so, and they studied 14 to 22-year-old social media users. And what they found is that 53% said social media has been really important for staying connected to family and friends, especially during social distancing. So you know from your nephew, I know from my kids, that technology has many benefits for teens. We've seen it for socialization purposes. They access news. It allows them to freely express themselves. We also know that it can increase exposure to the world and promote interest in different cultures and experiences. So one app in particular, Yubo, it's the leading platform for Gen Z to socialize online. It has a reach of over 50 million users. And because of this, it allows young people to make new friends online and have a fun time because it is used in over 40 countries. So Yubo's ability to live stream allows young people to meet people from all over the world, discover new cultures, and learn new languages. And really what it's doing, it's connecting our teens. It's connecting their reality and social media with people well outside their circle and around the world.
Mm. Love that. And Leticia, I just want to say, and if people have not visited your site, definitely invite them to head over to techsavvymama.com. Not only will they be able to get some great tips for the summer when it comes to teens, one of the things I noticed in prepping for this, you tackle all the important things like supporting teens, of course, when it comes to mental health, but also even giving them some gift ideas for Father's Day coming up as well. Are there any other tips, Leticia, you'd like to share with our audience about how they can be able to be interactive with their teens this summer?
Oh, my gosh, absolutely. I have lots of tips to share, and I think you touched on one already, just parents being involved. So I think, firstly, it's important to mentor, not monitor, what your kids are doing online. Really set that example by using your own behavior as that example. Secondly, we're always concerned about kids and their safety, whether you're a parent, an uncle, a grandparent, a close family friend. So let kids know about ways they can protect themselves and create that space where they can always come to you for anything that may be questionable. Safety is top of mind for people who care for kids, right? So we're always concerned about that. But I think when it comes to apps and social media, it's important to look at built-in safety measures with our teens. So, for example, Yubo has a lot of built-in safety tools directly on the app that help keep kids safe. So, for example, users are separated by age. More than 90% of users are between the ages of 14 and 18. So this really allows kids to connect with others their age, and then also according to interest.
Such a great tip. Again, everyone, Leticia Barr has been our guest, the Tech Savvy Mama. Leticia, for the things you've mentioned here, where is the best place for our audience to go for more information?
Absolutely. Well, for more information, go to yubo.live, and for more of my technology and parenting tips, visit techsavvymama.com. And I really appreciate that you've looked at my site and you gave a shout-out to all these important things that I've highlighted on my blog. So thank you.
Look, the pleasure's definitely all ours, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
I'd love to. Thanks so much for having me today.
Hey, glad to do it, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.